Hello, everyone. This is BizChicks TV. This is the place where you can find tips and tools to help you do business better. We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. And today I am here with my friend and co host, Miss Francine Gregory, real estate entrepreneur and tech diva. And I'm Carolina from California Cover Ups, and we're the Biz Chicks. I want to welcome everybody watching live and on the replay, and all of you in the clubhouse. We want to say good morning, good morning, good morning. As I take these ear pods off to make sure that things don't jump around here audio wise. I just want to say that we always would like to welcome you to Tech Fridays. This is a place where we get in the playground sometime and play around with our tech. Also, we like to bring you interesting articles about what's going on in tech that can help you have a better week and a better day in your business. So, Fran, how are you today?
I'm doing very well.
Good, good. It's a little overcast here in Pennsylvania. How's the weather there in Sacramento, California?
We're doing well. It's about 70 something right now. It's going to get
Oh,
hotter, but we're good.
sweet. We're hot. It's just cloudy. We've been having thunderstorms.
Yeah, okay.
So there you go. We got plenty of water. I'll ship some to California.
Very good. So I
Mhm.
just want to shout out to Terica and Dr. Tachi over in the clubhouse.
Good
And
morning, Doc and Terica.
Good morning.
Good morning.
all right, are we ready for tech history?
We're ready for this week in tech history. Yes.
I've just got two stories I think I'll do. Uh, yeah. July 28th, 1981, IBM introduces their System 23 Data Master desktop computer, only
Mm,
2 weeks before they introduced their IBM PC. It was geared towards small business for use as a word processor and data processor. The computer was designed to be set up by end users without the need of a computer specialist. While now a footnote in history, the importance of the data master is that many of the team members that developed it were reassigned to the secret IBM PC project. Much of the knowledge they acquired working on the data master went into developing the IBM PC as quickly as possible. For example, the choice of the Intel 88 processor in the IBM PC was based on the team's familiarity with the similar Intel 8085
mm.
processor. Okay, so System 20 Data Master desktop computer. Interesting.
What
And
year
they
was that? They were working on that
1981.
1981.
Mhm.
They were working on that desktop. Okay.
Right, but then 2 weeks later, they introduced their IBM PC. So what did that do to this? I think it kind of overshadowed this.
Cannibal.
Probably.
Okay, yeah, that was the word I was looking for. Cannibalized it.
It's a terrible word, but that's what it did.
Right, because I was like, okay. So that's something we need to be looking out for too. You got one product or service, and then the other one comes out and overtakes it. Yeah.
Which is why you now see these releases. Okay, we're not going to give them that this year. We're going to wait a little while till, till we get our return on investment because all of these things take R&D.
Hmm. July 29th, 1914, the first test call is made on the newly completed transcontinental telephone line taking
Mm,
place between New York and San Francisco. The last pole was erected and the line completed 2 days earlier on July 27th, but commercial service did not start until January 25th of the next year. The 6 month delay was due to AT&T's wish to publicize the service in conjunction with the San Francisco 1915 World Fair.
okay.
So they were making calls, transcontinental calls, way back in 1914. You could make a phone call.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Very interesting.
Transcontinental.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. My brother tells me he's international, and the problem with me is I'm just continental. It's what he used to tell me in high school. Oh,
Well, that is your we can take history. I can do some. Oh, wait, let me do this one. July
okay.
23rd, 1903. Ford sells its first Model A car to Ernest Fenning of Chicago, Illinois.
Oh, okay.
The
Go
first Model
Chicago.
A. Oh,
Here you go.
wow.
1903. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's
1903.
Wow.
I know.
It's
Everybody's going, wow. What, 125, almost 125 years ago?
And
Woo.
the original Ford Model A is the first car produced by the Ford Motor Company, beginning production in 1903. Ernest Fenning, a Chicago dentist, became the first owner of a Model A on July 23rd, 1903. 1,750 cars were made from 1903 to 1904 during Ford's occupancy of its first facility, the Ford Mack Avenue plant, a modest rented wood frame building on Detroit's east side. The Model A was replaced by the Ford Model C during 1904 with some sales overlap. It was a two-seater runabout for about $800 or the $900 for the four-seater.
Well,
Let's see, yeah.
Mark
Uh,
says in 1903, I was a mere lad then.
let's see, that it could reach a top speed of 28 miles per hour.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and and sold for a base price of $750.
Wow. I
Options
was,
included a rear tonneau.
$750 in 1903?
Yeah,
that's a lot of money.
Money.
it was a lot of
It
money.
was.
Money
I was,
now.
I was thinking the same thing. Woo.
Yeah, it was interesting. Yeah. Options included a rear tonneau with two seats, a rear door. You can add a rear door for $100, a rubber roof for $30, or a leather roof. These are options, or a leather roof for $50.
Oh, roof is optional. Okay. No.
It shows that we have been fleecing people since the beginning. All of this is exceedingly expensive for 1903.
It
So
is.
for $750, you're getting the base model. And do you want a steering wheel? That'll be another $100. It's crazy. Wow.
Oh, good.
You got to pay for luxury, like a roof.
Can you
Yes.
imagine?
I said you have to pay for luxury, like a whole roof.
Right. It said band brakes were used on the rear wheel. However, it was $150 more than its most direct competitor, the Oldsmobile Curved Dash, so did not sell as well. Okay, so it's $150 more than the competitor. The company had spent almost $28,000 in initial investments, with only $223 left in the bank account when the first Model A was sold.
Wow.
The success of this car model generated a profit for the Ford Motor Company, his first successful business. Oh, and it suffered from many problems common to vehicles of the era, including overheating, slipping transmission bands. The Model A was only sold in red by the factory, though some were later repainted in other colors.
I like red. Oh my
Okay.
goodness.
Okay, yeah, that's kind of interesting. I'm just like, wow, 1903.
Here we go. Oh my goodness. Well, I've
You,
got two quick articles when you are ready.
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, well, the first thing I want to talk about is TikTok. You know, TikTok is quietly adding games to its platform. It's at a
Okay,
not
is that a
yeah.
teacher story?
Well, I wanted to talk about this because what it's adding, the fact that it decided it was going to sneak over into the gaming field. I thought that that was interesting. They've actually made 9 games available, and they stuck them under, where your bio is. You can put a link there, and they stuck them under there, and people can actually click on the link and play a game on your TikTok profile. I know. Let me read this article. It says there are 9 games available as part of the initiative, which can be added to a video before it's uploaded by using the add link option and selecting mini games. So it's going to be a little section there, and out of those games, the viewers can play a linked game by tapping the link that appears beneath the accountant's username. Let me see if I can share my screen. Hold on,
So let
show
me
you
get this
this.
straight. I put up a game for them to play before they watch my videos.
Uh huh.
Why?
I think because the longer.
I'm just trying to figure out why I would even play again because it's already a bit of a distraction. Um,
Mhm.
you know what I mean? Because the videos move so fast and everything is kind of uh,
So
okay.
can you see that the little games that they're offering, so they'll be able to select from that. I think it's just a way to keep people on the platform longer, which eventually I think will result in them being able to run some little ads on these games or whatever.
I'm
It
just trying
says,
to figure out why. I mean, okay, I guess
I
if you
think
go into TikTok to play
well,
games or whatever.
well, I don't go to TikTok often anyway. That I'm not the audience, evidently, but my granddaughter loves it. She's 9. Let's see. When playing a game, there's the option to record gameplay. So and subsequently post it as a TikTok. So you can now, record yourself, I guess, and then put your gaming successes or whatever adventures over there on your TikTok channel. It says a TikTok spokesman confirmed the pilot in a statement. We're always looking for ways to enrich our platform and regularly test new features and integrations that bring value to our community. Currently, they're exploring these games through integrations with a third party. Do you remember when Facebook tried to add third party games to
Yeah,
see?
we didn't like it.
Well, I don't think that their platform was the audience for games.
I don't, but the point is, we did not like it because remember they had the games you were playing. What was the one with the jewels
Farm
or something,
Farmville and
whatever, and it was still, and then people would tag you or do something weird, and you're like, I don't
mhm,
want to see this.
I think that this is another thing with those games. There is people play them obviously, but I think some of us still have that fear of some of these games were collecting information, etc.
uh,
On Facebook, and so I think there are still some people that may have that fear. Not everyone, but some people. That this is why to this day, I don't interact with any of those games or anything because I
mhm,
don't know what behind the scenes you're actually trying to do. And it was shown that there was all this collection of data, and so to kind of avoid some of these games, etc. But through these third-party apps. So I'm interested to see how the TikTok community responds to these. Probably not as harshly as they would on Facebook.
Okay,
exactly.
okay, but see, here's the thing: they already are facing the doghouse because of their privacy issues. Because the government is already looking at them, and now they got a
Um,
game to rope you in. And, okay,
well, it says over here on The Verge, he's saying that TechCrunch reports that the test is designed to explore how TikTok's users interact with and create content around the games. So are they going to start,
They're
little
spying.
competitions and things like that?
No,
The
they're not.
normal stuff.
This is all nonsense. Exactly. They are spying. They can sugarcoat it under the guise of whatever they like, but we know what
Yeah.
they're doing. And as you said, friend, there already is concern with the privacy thing. It feels to me though, and if I was in their boardroom, I'm figuring this is probably what they were thinking, that everybody was so distracted with the wahala that Facebook is causing that nobody's
Yes.
going to notice if we do X, Y, and Z,
Hmm.
because we're all fatigued from Facebook's nonsense. So, but what they didn't figure is that they were on a roll after this, and they're looking for the next tech company that is trying to violate American or users' privacy. So, yeah, they need to tread lightly.
Right, because right now I wouldn't trust it. Because see, you're doing too much. You got the video game, and you're like in the lead for the video game, but now you're adding all of this extracurricular stuff, and I'm like, what are you doing? And it's becoming like Facebook world confusing.
It
Not
was,
No,
yeah.
not extra.
wow.
They're just doing too much.
Well, now TikTok wants to be your gaming destination, evidently. And
Why can't I just go to Twitch for that or go play?
No, they want Twitch's share of the. But this is why, if you look at every single platform, there is rarely any platform that just does what it was intended to do.
what it
They
started
all
out
look
with.
at each other exactly what their initial intent was. They all look at each other and say, we can do that too, and we can do it better. So everybody then wants to have an aspect of live. Everybody wants stories. Everybody wants gaming. So if you look at, I mean, Netflix is not even immune to the gaming thing. So everybody, Netflix is not even immune to the stories thing. Okay, because they're doing that too.
Right.
So
Yes.
even platforms that you think are traditionally linear are looking to what is happening on social to take their cues. So I'm not surprised at all. Nobody stays in their quote lane. Is there any such thing as a media lane anymore or a tech
I,
lane? I don't
I
know.
don't think so.
They're blurring the lines, and it's not cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So there it is. Facebook's had their shot at it with Farmville, Land of the Giants, and then who had that? Oh, Snapchat had the augmented reality game for a minute, and then Netflix was attempting to do user games. So there you go. Everybody's all over the place. I agree with you, Doc. What can I tell you? But I got another article. I'm going to run away from this one. Stop sharing my screen, and I want to acknowledge this. Let's see if I can share my screen. Hold on a moment. Get back to here. Share screen. Because this one's a biggie, guys. Are you ready?
She's starting stuff again.
It is National Chicken Wing Day.
Okay, why?
It is National Chicken Wing Day, July 29th. Okay.
Oh
And so
Lord.
I just want to encourage you to make sure that you indulge in some wings today, because today is that day. If you was ever going to have wings anytime soon, celebrate today because it's National Chicken Wing Day. And with that, as they used to say back in the day
Chicken Wing Day.
on Clubhouse, I'm complete.
Wow.
Can I add something about chicken wings?
Sure.
So I'm sure
Sure.
since we're about to go to TJ's tech segment, I'm sure there is everybody has seen all these little. It's on Reels and it's on TikTok about. There's I think it emanated on Reels first, where they have chicken wings, right? And one it says how Americans eat chicken, and it's a chicken wing, and there's, it's basically gone, but there's like a lot of meat left at the tips. Then it's like how Africans eat chicken wings or chicken. There's nothing left; it's just bone. Then it's how Nigerians eat chicken, and it is just a pile of dust. And I have to say, true, we never had chicken bones in the garbage in my house when I was growing up. It was also always just dust. Nigerians will pulverize their chicken wings and chicken till there's nothing left. So when you said it's actual National Chicken Wing Day, I'm calling all Nigerians, go ahead and make your dust today, because I'm sure there will be specials on chicken wings all over.
Well, Mark says here, wings, not for me. Too much work for too little meat. Give me a breast. Okay.
Oh, I love wings. I hate breasts. Too much white.
The wings are amazing. I don't know. There's just this flavorful burst that here's the interesting thing about wings. Another thing, since it's National Chicken Wing Day, do you know that chicken wings, the whole quote buffalo wing recipe and things that we know now, were invented. The Anchor Bar in Buffalo, New York, which is where I grew up, spent a lot of time growing up, is credited for creating that. But they were actually invented by an African American cook named John King, who actually had a store around the corner from where I used to live called John King's Wings and Things. People did not eat chicken wings before. They used to throw them away, right?
Right.
So he
Not in my neighborhood. Go ahead.
With this sauce, the what is it? The pepper,
the red
sauce,
the red hot
sauce,
the red hot.
correct. And mixed it up and started serving chicken wings and sold this recipe to the Anchor Bar, which is how they started. But I am a wing aficionado. When I eat them, but I have not had any wings as good as in Buffalo. I'd say a lot of things about Buffalo, but the wings are on point. Nobody really touches it. I've had them in other places. I'm like, you call this wings? So like in New York and pizza, or Chicago and pizza. So happy National Chicken Wing Day. I released the
Tati, while you was talking, I went to TikTok and I seen a couple of what you talking about. One of the guys is like eating the bone,
The bone.
That's what you have to do. You don't leave any meat.
Eating the bone?
Pulverize the entire thing.
Well, if it's tender enough, I guess you can go there, because
Charlie, he's eating the bone.
The bone.
Not the stuff on the bone. The bone.
The bone.
I get it.
You get to the marrow. There's marrow inside.
Exactly. There's marrow in the bone.
Bone marrow. The bone marrow. Yeah, Africans have been eating bone marrow for centuries that way. So,
And it's very healthy. And that's how you get bone set tea, and that's how you get bone broth. It's just boiled down bones.
Right. Yeah, I know bone broth.
But you're talking about biting into it. Is that
He's eating the chicken wing, eating the meat, the bone, sucking the bone, eating the bone.
yes.
Okay?
Yeah, me and Mark
that's
got
a
something common.
All right, Mark.
I like the part, the wing, not the little flat part of the wing. Give me the drum part of the wing. I'm good, because that other part you got to fight for the food.
Okay, so let me stop for a second. See, this is what happens with TikTok. Why? So I'm there, and now I'm sucked into all these videos how to eat a chicken wing. Everybody and their grandma got a video about how to eat a chicken wing.
Well, it's National Chicken Wing Day. I don't know what to tell y'all.
No, it's not that. It's just that I'm saying about TikTok. You go there for one thing, but seriously, their search engine is very powerful, because I've gone in to search for things, and it suggested, better than Google, has suggested things to me. So I read this article, I think it was last week or so, that says Gen Z, they don't use Google to search for things, they use TikTok, and I see why. Because TikTok suggests things. If you look for say chicken wings, and then it's like how to eat a chicken wing, how to do this, how to the chicken wing, it sucks you in.
See, now that is going to be interesting because that's normally what you do on YouTube is how do you do
that too,
something.
Fred.
And now you go to TikTok and you better learn how to put some up there on TikTok on how to eat a chicken wing or
how to do something. Because when you scroll through, it showed me other people are searching for chicken wing dance, how to eat a kiwi, Japanese fried chicken, chicken tenders, chicken and fries. So see how it sucks you in. It's a better search engine than Google. But remember TikTok, they we gonna be watching them because they got some things going on.
We're gonna find out if they still gonna survive. Because if Apple take them out.
If they're not in the Play Store, that's the end of it.
Yeah, if it comes out, okay, that's it. They will not be on my phone.
So let's enjoy the chicken wings on the chicken wing eating videos over there until they turn the lights out like they did on Blab. Bloop.
May I ask a question? With regard to that, TJ, do you actually think that has the propensity to happen, that it would be taken out of the Google stores and the Apple stores, TikTok that is?
It can be, but it's like we talked about a few weeks ago. I want to see what the government pushes, the FCC. What did they push on to those two, onto Apple and Google? That's the deal. That's like the breaking point. Like if it stays in the App Store, they're good. If it's not in the App Store, it's over because there's no way to get it. And
then you can't get updates.
Unless, because this is what happened. Remember with help me, Terry. Remember there was the whole thing with something that was going to be taken out of Google. Was it Google and Apple were suing a particular?
I remember what you're talking about.
Because they were circumventing them and having people do.
Was it Fortnite?
It was Fortnite. It was Fortnite.
Exactly. So the thing is, there is a way to do this. They could foreseeably set up their own site or app or something where people could directly download and bypass those two altogether.
Yeah. Not for iPhone. It's not going to happen. Because of security issues.
Proprietary nature of it. Exactly.
Everything Apple does, it has to come from the App Store. I mean, there's people listen now. We're getting into a side thing where I know about jailbreaking and all that, but then you're breaking the terms of service when you buy your phone and what you use and everything as far as Apple goes.
And the jailbreaking is really, that's a lot of work to do whatever you're trying to do. It's like, just go with the program.
Right.
Because every update is going to cause you something else to happen. So.
Right. Because they can put it on their phone, the jailbreaking and stuff like that. But like Fran said, that's a lot of work. A lot of people aren't going to do it. And then you have the Chinese government spying issue, which that's what I'm saying. This is something to watch. I figure let's give it to the end of the year and see what how the government pushes Apple and Google. That's really what it is. So, and they're on vacation, so I don't expect to hear anything about this until October.
That means not a damn thing is going to get done anyway.
They're on vacation, so government's not going to do nothing. They're on vacation, they're not doing anything.
So you might not want to play that game on TikTok until they get back.
Enjoy it. Listen, because we had a big discussion about this. I'm not afraid of the spying because it's not like they're taking your bank account. They're just your name and email, and they know what videos you like and what videos you watch. I mean, if they want to know what kind of, I like chicken wing videos. So what? So, it's not anything to be afraid. I would say if you enjoy TikTok, I enjoy it. I get on it. I haven't deleted it. So.
Go ahead, Dr. Taji.
I was just going to say that I think we need to be more concerned about the quote spying that happens within our borders than
exactly. There's more things. Yeah, the TikTok is not at the top of the worry list.
Okay, that's good.
Well, we got some comments, guys. So before we
good. Let's see it.
Let's circle back to the chicken.
Let's get back to the chicken wings.
Mark says he says, listen, I don't want to fight with you ladies. I said what I said.
Let's get the meme. I said what I said.
Okay.
All right, Mom.
He says,
That's what makes the world go round. Everybody got a different view. That's
exactly.
what
Mark
makes it
says,
great.
searching for how chicken breasts are far superior to those tiny wings.
Not
Carlos says
me.
he's not hungry.
Means
Now
now
hungry.
hungry.
Oh, now hungry.
Now we've been talking about these chicken wings. And then we close here with Mark saying the possibility of being spied on excites me. We all want to be noticed. I do try to entertain.
Listen, the only thing a chicken breast can do for me is chop itself up and turn into chicken salad.
Right.
Oh my goodness.
That's the only thing a chicken breast can do for me.
Itself up.
Chop itself up, some celery, some onions, some relish, some egg, whatever, whatever you put in your chicken salad. That's what it can do for me, a chicken breast.
Wow. You sound like Mom's Mabley when you say that. The only thing a old man can do for me is bring me a message from a young man.
Jump and chop itself up. Give me chicken wings. Chicken wings, eating chicken wings is like potato chips. You eat one and you just get into it. You gotta eat more, right?
So here's the thing. If they're just taking the wings and not using the other parts of the chicken, it is interesting to me. Wings cost more than the rest of the chicken.
Oh, they are expensive now.
They
They do.
do.
And I was like, this is the smallest part, but it costs you more money than anything else.
Because of
Demand.
popularity. Yeah, it's supply and demand. Yep.
Supply, demand, also.
Yeah.
Well, I want you to know that this is a new phenomena because I can remember being sent down to the butcher shop for 4 pounds of chicken wings for $1. Okay,
What?
y'all don't even know. And I mean, I don't know who
Let
wasn't
me have
eating
those
chicken wings
days.
because we was eating chicken wings. Okay, we were frying them suckers right there in Pennsylvania. Okay, I don't know where the
Okay,
rest of the world was.
Mark is going on with the chicken breast versus wings.
He says that's why Americans love wings. It's simply a vehicle for sauce where people can fool themselves by eating 35 and pretending that they didn't eat that much.
Wow, when you put it that way, Mark, I mean, damn.
I'm guilty. What can I tell you?
Now, Terry and I did go to the Anchor Bar when we were in Niagara Falls.
Yeah, we did.
Really?
We had
Yeah.
the wings.
Yeah, where the buffalo wings. Yeah,
Yeah.
Mhm.
At 20, that was in 2018. Boy, that's
I
something.
think so. Yeah, that was a while ago.
Wait, is there an Anchor Bar in Niagara Falls?
Oh, well, in Buffalo, right? Because you have
in Buffalo.
Yeah, we were in Buffalo, and so we were going to Niagara Falls. We were staying in Buffalo.
I'm sorry.
Slowly I turned.
Step by step.
Niagara Falls. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop with the chicken wings. I'm gonna stop sharing now. Everybody get a good look. Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
Now that we want to go buy some, okay.
I know, right?
Oh,
Not
goodness.
That was yeah.
That's what I wanted to share with you ladies today. So I guess this means
TJ's up.
tag you're up. It.
All right. You ready for this week in social media news and updates? Let's see what's going on. There was a big brouhaha, whatever, with Instagram, but we'll get to that one. All right. So first off, let's start with Snapchat. Oh, first of all, did I say okay? This is the social media news and updates for this week. Snapchat.
Okay.
Snap has created a new fund to award independent musicians up to $100,000 per month. So it's a new sounds creator fund to support independent artists who are distributing music on Snapchat via DistroKid. I've never heard of it. Something called DistroKid. Okay, so it started in August. Snapchat will give payments up to 20 songs per month at $5,000 per song. Snap is saying they're going to award up to $100,000 in grants each month. Now, see how they put that limit on it? They was like, we got caught out with that million a day. We're not doing that.
Let's get real, yeah.
Yeah, let's get real. These are real, like, okay, $5,000 a song. We can do that. So Snapchat's music team will select songs from emerging artists who have created songs that are driving content in the app. Artists must be based in the United States and be at least 16 years old in order to be eligible for the fund. So a spokesperson for Snap said the Sounds Creator Fund will run for the next several months, but it may be extended. So they may extend it to the end of the year. So let's see what else is they're saying. They're saying that also that musicians signed to Snap's music label and publisher partners, which include Universal Music Group, Warner Music Group, Sony Music Publishing, and more, monetize their content through Snap's label and publishing license agreement. So they want to be a powerful distribution tool for artists to share their music globally. Snap says that videos created with music from sounds on Snapchat have resulted in over 2.7 billion videos created and over 183 billion views. So I think that's probably total. So they're saying that, the music is driving. But, this goes into, we always go back to TikTok. TikTok is driven by music. So now Snap is trying to, all these apps are following TikTok's lead.
So what they're doing is paying these artists to create music so that when you create a Snap, you can select from their music. Okay, yeah. I get it.
Yeah, so the musicians get paid. The musician get paid. Snap gets content, and also remember,
the users get to use
the users get, and the users have a creator fund. Remember, I think they still have a fund going on where they make videos. So
okay, Mark
all
wants
this is
know.
Okay. Go ahead.
Did I mean that I'm not an independent musician? Send me my check.
Take it up with Snap. Take it up with Snap. Okay,
wow.
So anything else on Snapchat?
Yeah, I want to say, so they're building a music catalog here of brand new artists.
It's the music. It's like when you go on to TikTok and you create a video and you want to put music on it.
Exactly.
You can pick through a library of music that is available. So these artists are supplying music for Snapchat,
original music for their catalog. Okay,
and it's exposure for the independent artists. Think it's SoundCloud merging with Snapchat, so there's exposure, there's payment, which is always good because you never want just exposure.
Yes.
Like, you'll be exposed. Okay, to what? Let's send some money. So Snapchat is saying, show me the money to the musicians. So this is
right.
Good. Okay.
All right. So we're going to move on to YouTube. YouTube has launched a new creator safety center to help creators manage unwanted attention. So they're going to have a creator safety center platform where all the information, tips, advice, links about how to be safe on YouTube. So YouTube says in a recent survey, we learned that while 95% of creators experienced unwanted behavior across multiple social platforms, only 50% said they had access to resources or the necessary support to handle these interactions. So YouTube is working with third-party experts like Connect Safely, the Family Online Safety Institute, and the National Cybersecurity Alliance to put through this center so people can go and get help with when you grow in your channel, you get bullying, trolls, people coming in and saying things, whatever. So the tools are there for you as a Snapchat creator. Snapchat, YouTube creator. When you own a channel, it's just hard to remember where everything is. So they're putting together this center where you can go. Like I'm pretty sure they're gonna send out prompts like, if you have an issue with a live or a comment or a troll, go here to the safety center, and it'll be like this area where they got all the information for you.
And that's really good, because we had an issue where people were putting inappropriate things in the comment, and we were constantly having to block. Right. And then they would come in with another type of account and still come back in.
Right.
And then so offline, I had to go into the back and figure out, okay, how do I turn on just comments from subscribers?
Right.
And that stopped all of that
That stops.
activity.
Yes, if you have on your channel, if you do a lot of lives, there's a setting where you can say only people who subscribe for and you can set the certain amount of time. You can say they've been a subscriber for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and there's different settings, and they can only comment if they're a subscriber. And also remember, there's the block word list where
Yes.
certain words are popping up all the time. You put that in the list. Things don't show. There's lots of things. You can turn the comments off completely, all kind of things you can do. So Snapchat is putting all of this help into the safety center is what they're calling. They're calling it a
Right.
creator
And
safety center.
because it took me going to YouTube
Yeah, you got to look it up.
channels to try and find out how to fix
Right,
it. When if they had it all over in the safety center, I could have
right,
just went there and known what to do.
right. Exactly. Because the tools have been there. They're just putting it into a place where it's easy to find, because they said they did a survey and a lot of people did not know where to go to get help. And then because YouTube wants you to stay on the channel, they want you to stay on YouTube, so they have to help you and keep you from getting discouraged by a bully, a troll, words, hate speech, whatever it is,
Right.
harassment. So this is for them to do. So good for you, YouTube. Also, YouTube has announced a new tool that lets creators turn their own videos into shorts. Now, this is mobile only. I was looking for it today. I didn't see it. Let me check again real quick. But it goes into on the phone when you're going to make a short. It allows you to use content that you already have on your channel. So say you have a 30-minute video, a longer form video already living on your channel, YouTube will let you use that video and cut it up into shorts.
Oh wow, I gotta try that.
Right. I was looking for it. So it's so they're saying it was rolling out this week, said a new creator tool that turns existing YouTube videos into shorts into a matter of moments. It's called Edit into a Short tool. So it lets you select a segment of any video you've uploaded previously, publish that clip as a YouTube short content. So I looked for it, I don't see it. So it says it's rolling out. So, and I did an update.
All right, so I want to check that one because
Yeah,
that'll make it a lot easier than trying to edit. Going in
right,
there
trying to start fresh.
The big one.
Right. So they're saying that it's going to be a new edit into shorts tool in the iOS and Android app. You'll be able to create select up to 60 seconds from one of your videos, bring the clip into the shorts editor right from the YouTube app on iOS or Android. From there, you add things like text filters, additional videos that you can shoot with the shorts camera or pull from your photo library. YouTube says the finished short will then link to the full video it was clipped from, which will help people watch your short and then go
into the actual
longer. Right. So you want to do it as a teaser. Yeah.
Nice.
As a teaser. So the edit in the short tool cannot be used on other people's other channels, other users' uploads. It'll only show up in the create menu if you're viewing a video you uploaded.
Nice.
So I was looking for it. I don't see it yet, so probably have to wait or update your YouTube app. So that's really exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So let me see. Do I want to go? Yeah, I'll do. Let's talk about Twitter. We didn't talk about them last week. They didn't do much.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Twitter has launched a live test of its new status markers and tweets. And this is another scratch your head. Why do we need this in Twitter if you use Twitter? So it's a status feature that lets users select from a preset menu of vibes. This is what they call them, vibes, to accompany each post. You'll be prompted with a new pop-up alert when you open the app. From there, you'll be able to add a status indicator to your tweets with 17 activity options to choose from, including hot take, traveling, shower thoughts, and a case of the Mondays. These markers will be then added to your tweets and displayed in the stream. So think of this as on Facebook. You can put how you're feeling. I think you could do like
how you're feeling.
So this is Twitter's answer to that. Again, Twitter users are like, we don't want that, but they're giving it to you. And you cannot add your own custom status marker. You have to use one of the 17. And I had a list of it. Let me see.
Okay, so we got to trust that they can know what we're feeling.
Exactly.
Okay, so here's the list. A thread, spoiler alert, need advice, AMA, hot take, vacation mode, picture of the day, unpopular opinion, living the dream, soon, traveling, good morning, case of the Mondays, working hard, hardly working, shower thoughts, counting down. There's a couple of those. So a status, marker. Thanks, Twitter.
Dr. Thompson.
Yeah. A, who asked for this? B, why? And C, what the hell?
That's what I said. Who cares? Who cares?
It's another distraction, really. Just let me post my tweet and get out.
People want to share their feelings. We're going through a tough mental situation here with this whole thing dragging out. We need to have somewhere to.
We've been asking you, Twitter, for donkey's years. Could we please have the ability to edit our tweets? That's what we want. I don't want to tell you how. I don't need you to. We want to edit our tweets so we don't have to do it all over again. That's all. That's all we've asked. But you provided us yet again with more distractions and rubbish. Don't you have some lawsuiting going on that you?
Yeah, don't they have some bigger fish to fry? This Musk lawsuit, but I guess they feel like they can,
to deal with.
They feel like they can do more than one thing at a time, and also it's a case of look at us, we're still relevant. Which
Terry, please, I'm not in the mood to laugh today. Is that what you're saying?
Twitter, I mean, honestly, I like Twitter, but it's a niche app. It's niche. It's news, it's entertainment, celebrity.
Stay in their lane and just do what you do, which was provide us with news updates and stuff. Just stay there, because then we come over there just to find out what's trending and get out.
Yeah, that's what I do. I go and look at what's trending. What are they talking about? What Black Tit is talking about? What the marketing or tech is talking about, and I get out.
We don't need nothing else.
But if you're a restaurant, I wouldn't suggest you use Twitter unless you just using it for your own entertainment, because we're not going there to see what the daily specials are. That's what TikTok is for.
Right.
Put your daily specials over there. Don't we talk about Twitter, but I'm personally, I'm like, you don't really need to be there unless you are in news, journalism, politics, TV show entertainment, celebrity, or Black Twitter. That's it.
I just go to find out what's happening and get out, because you can find out what's happening real quick.
Yep. It's easy to find out what are they talking about, and you go in and read a few tweets. Be careful which ones you look at, and then I know what. That's how I knew about the pink sauce. I went over there and was like, oh, okay. Because another thing for Twitter is that Twitter will take TikTok videos and bring them over there, so you get to see again what's going on. So what's trending, and go over to TikTok and find it. So,
well, why don't you lean into that? That seems plausible and like the logical explanation for things.
Right.
Trending. They actually, when it comes to what's trending, that's where I go to look. Let me see what topics are trending on Twitter.
Yeah.
And that's really where I go to look. So if they leaned into that, they could really do something. I can't figure it out, and it seems clear and plain to those of us on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why within these tech companies they continue to do things. I mean, Facebook is the king of doing that, but they continue to do things that seemingly nobody asked for because they think it's going to be the next big thing.
Right.
Who are they asking? And I'm asking this as somebody that does social scientific research. This is what we're taught in graduate programs, that in order to move forward on something, you need to have some semblance that this is actually a thing before you pile money into it.
Right. And then see, I feel like Twitter's problem has been exposed by Elon Musk is that they have a bot problem. There's a lot of bots over there, not real people, not engaging in conversation. So then that ties into Twitter's ad revenue money because they're always sending emails about Twitter for business, run ads and this. And I'm like, if I'm going to buy an ad, it's not going to be on Twitter, honey.
We got a comment from Mark. He says Twitter can make a fortune by charging 99 cents a month to give you editing power.
There you go.
They could pay for that.
Right. We will not pay Twitter Blue for no editing.
No. I mean, will I pay 99 cents a month? No. You all know I'm cheap. But there are people who use Twitter enough that would do that.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Now here's another thing that Twitter is giving out that we didn't ask for, and I saw it and I hate it. Twitter for iOS only. This is iOS only. They updated the spaces bar. So if you see a lot of spaces when you're in the app at the top, it used to be a little circle with a number of people in the space. Now it's a long like rectangle thing that displays who's hosting. What are they talking about? And I'm like, I don't like that. Because if I got more than one space at the spaces going on at the top because of who I follow, I have to drag my finger. I was like, that is stupid. So now they have a long bar that tells you more about the topic of the spaces.
Okay. We wasn't coming in anyway, so
maybe that was because they thought it would be more searchable. I don't know.
No,
I can't understand it, and it's just dumb. So I've seen this on mine here, and see, it says I have like 3 circles. It says 86 people in the spaces, and then it says hey, and then it says the topic of the spaces is hey. Then it says who the person is talking into, and then it moves, and then it says who the person is hosting, and it's real dumb. So it's instead of a little circle of spaces at the top, you have a long rectangle that the information moves around, tells you the number of people, the title, who's talking, and who's hosting to draw me in.
They don't. They're pushing me away.
I hate it. It's hard. It's stupid.
Mark has a comment. He says, hashtag wing bone eating Tachi is trending.
Because it's the truth.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's another thing that Twitter is giving out. Like you said, they're not giving out what we need. So, and here's another thing that Twitter is doing, like who asked. So remember, Twitter is testing something called Notes, where you actually write a blog post in Twitter. So they're working on it, and they're giving so Notes is similar to other blogging tools available on the web with the capacity to create posts of up to 2,500 words, which are then natively embedded into the Twitter app for easy sharing. Now, this is going out to a test of selected writers. So I don't think I'm ever going to see, or we're ever going to see this.
Mark might be able to, because he writes.
Right. So
Mark, let us
Mark,
know
if you're invited. So why they're making this notes is because they want to stop people. Well, not stop, but you don't have to screenshot big chunks of text and attach them to a tweet as a graphic or put together long thread tweets. So they're saying this idea will help creators on Twitter focus more of their efforts on the platform itself, as opposed to linking their audiences out to other hosts and platforms to read this longer content. They're saying, hey, put this content into Twitter. And remember, Facebook had something called Notes, and they got rid of it. So
again, they've tried so much, I've forgotten. They had Notes. Okay.
Notes was a way for you to write a long post,
to keep people from leaving Facebook, but nobody read the notes.
Because people are not reading all that stuff now. We don't even read emails.
Exactly. So that's another thing that Twitter is giving that we didn't ask for. Now, one more thing from Twitter that they're giving that we definitely don't want. Twitter is raising the price of Blue subscription to $5 a month. It was $2.99. Now it's $5 a month.
Yeah. What's up with that $4.99? They know that's $5 every day. Go ahead.
Okay, so here's the thing. We need to do a segment. Twitter, we didn't ask for it.
We didn't ask for this. So Twitter sent out an email notifying existing subscribers that Twitter Blue has raised its prices for new members. But the people that opted in already to the $2.99, they're going to stay at $2.99 until October. But if you wanted to join today, it's $5.
Not $2.99 for the life of your account.
No.
Until
a month.
I think they're going to be surprised how many people unsubscribe.
Exactly. So Twitter is saying that this will help Twitter build new features subscribers have been asking for, improve upon the ones it already has, and sustain its mission of supporting journalism. They also want to create a more frictionless reading experience and launching new experimental features in Twitter Blue Labs for those who choose to stick around with this increase in the subscription price.
Did you just mention long form? What did you say about something about long form? They wanted to shorten long form.
People. Okay, so there's a limit with Twitter's 280 characters. And you had to create threads if you want to have a long discussion, or you had to type it in the notes or something and then screenshot that and then send it as a graphic.
Right.
So now, right. So Twitter is saying, well, they want people to write long form stuff without having the thread. That's what the notes feature is for. And then they're saying within Twitter Blue, all the cool stuff that they're going to do is going to be in Twitter Blue. So that's why they're justifying this $4.99, $5 a month price.
I think with Netflix for $5.99 a month or something else, but I am not going to Twitter for $5. Do you now you're picking and choosing?
So here, if I need to sell you on the subscription, Twitter says that some of the features are very useful, including the ability to undo tweets, which is the closest thing to an edit button right now. It also allows members to browse the news without ads and give them access to the latest feature that Twitter is testing.
Okay, so here's the thing about browse without ads. You just pass them up. You see promoted, you keep scrolling. What?
My eye sees promote. I just keep going. So
right. So okay.
You got to pay $5 not to see ads.
And then undo. Undo is still not what we asked for. So no.
I wasn't paying the $2.99. I'm not paying the $4.99.
Undo for me is delete the tweet
and do it again. That's what I do.
Wow.
Well, here's the thing. To me, that type of thing, Twitter is the Spirit Airlines of the
social media platform.
Social media world. Let me charge you for a bag that you need to travel anyway. It's inevitable that people are going to make mistakes as they do things. Why would you not give them? Every other platform gives you the ability to edit for the most part. Why would you not give that there? Oh, because you figured you could hold us hostage and make us pay for that?
Exactly.
Spirit Airlines, that just doesn't make any sense. And after a while, those types of things backfire.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Yeah, stop giving me a pencil that doesn't have an eraser and then charge me for an eraser.
Come on. You want to erase? Well, the eraser is $4.99 a month.
We just don't use your stuff.
Joy.
Exactly. How about there are other pencils that we can use?
Yeah. How about
I come with an eraser?
Exactly.
Twitter doesn't know what they're doing. Again, they've lost their identity. They don't know what they're doing. So we'll see.
Trends, Twitter trends. Just stay right there.
That's their thing.
Just stay there because they had Vine.
Yeah.
And they blew that. So just stick with the trends. And we'll come to you for trends.
All right. So we're going to move on to Meta, which is Facebook/Instagram. So there's a whole bunch of I'm trying to think of the word that
Do we need to buckle?
whatever.
We need to buckle up, everybody.
They have upset the apple cart, Meta. All right, so first of all, let's talk about the good stuff. So Meta has launched a music review sharing program enabling creators to add licensed music to their content. So they, again, this is, some of the Snapchat stuff where they're, paying music and getting their own music library together, like YouTube has their own music library. Okay. Right. So they want to help creators use a wider variety of music in their video clips and offer another revenue stream for musicians with this music review sharing program. This will enable creators to add licensed music into their content, with music rights holders to take a percentage of any ad revenue generated. So the offering will only apply to videos that are eligible for in-stream ads, that's 60 seconds or longer. So Meta will allocate direct revenue from those clips back to the music creators or the rights holders. Meta says that all uploads in the program will need to satisfy Facebook's monetization policies, including its community standards and music guideline elements. Not every song will be available, only those that have been specifically approved and are available within the licensed music library. So they're building this music library, and they're trying to help people who make music. So if you're a musician, you make music, you want to look at these two things, Snapchat and with Meta. So Meta says for those that do meet the requirements, creators will receive 20% review share on eligible videos, with a separate share going to the rights holders and to Meta. Okay, so they're saying here's the requirements for music review sharing. The Facebook video should be 60 seconds or longer and uploaded to a Facebook page. The featured song must be covered in the licensed music library, which contains all eligible songs for music revenue sharing. There must be a visual component in the video. The licensed music itself cannot be the primary purpose of the video. So they're saying that you have to put up a graphic or somebody has to be in the video. You just can't put the video up with just music.
Got it.
Okay? So they've got some rules. So what this is that they're trying to build a music library like YouTube has for when you want to create video. Because remember, if you put up a video on Facebook now with music that you don't have the copyright for, that you're not licensed, they're gonna snatch it down. They just snatch the music out of it.
Right. It'll be silent.
Right. They snatch the music out of it, and then they tell you, because I've seen some that I've done, like some reels or something. They say, oh, well, this music it's not going, the music won't be played in these countries, and it lists a bunch of countries, and I'm like, well, I'm not really trying to target those people, so I don't care. But they will tell you. Facebook is really strict about that. So now they know it, so they're trying to build this music revenue sharing program where, again, you're going to make more content because there's more music available where you won't get a copyright strike because it's in the music library. Okay. Got it? Mm-hmm. All right, so here's the big one from Facebook. And this is Zuckerberg announcement this week, because I believe they had their quarterly review reporting earnings. Something happened today or this week. I forgot what it was. They're saying their earnings. So they are going, and this is Zuckerberg. Zuckerberg says, oh, you don't like the AI suggested feed of posts from people you don't know? Well, it's going to be more. Ta-da! So here's a quote. He says, right now, about 15% of content in a person's Facebook feed and a little more than that of their Instagram feed is recommended by our AI from people, groups, or accounts that you don't follow. We expect these numbers to more than double by the end of next year, and by the end of 2023, that figure will be 30%, straight out of Zuckerberg's mouth.
So we just gonna get folks that we don't know coming across our feed that we didn't ask for.
Right. And see, the thing is, there's been a big complaint about that. Like, who are these people and why are they in my feed? Because Facebook is what? Friends and family that you follow. Mm-hmm. Or It's advertisements, but it says sponsored. So now people are getting these posts from somebody they don't know, but it's about a topic that you have liked or commented on, something that you have indicated to Facebook that you like this topic. So they say, oh, if you like gardening, well,
Maybe
here's
you'll
somebody.
like the grass man.
Right. Here's so and so, and here's the post. And you go, well, I don't know this person, because why? Facebook is this wall garden of these are my friends and my family. I only see posts from them. But Zuckerberg is saying, get ready for more. Hold on to your hats. They're doubling down.
This is what they do on TikTok, because TikTok, you get a bunch of stuff like, I know I did not sign up for all these people I see.
Right. So TikTok, your for you feed, your for you page. That's why there's a friends tab, and you go to friends if you want to see what your friends are doing. But when you go straight into TikTok, you get to see videos on topics that you have liked or commented on.
Right.
So, but TikTok came out of the gate with a different way of showing you content. It's not based on who your friends and family. TikTok could care less about that. But Facebook started out as friends and family. So because and then this is because Facebook has Meta has a drop in their earnings this quarter. It's like 1%, but it was like, I think it was like 7 billion or something, but that's just nothing. That's nothing to them because they earn so much more. But they know that they have a problem with keeping the group that they want. Well, first of all, Gen Z ain't even on Facebook. They want Gen Z. They want millennials to stay. So that's why you're going to see all of this TikTok-like activity, which is now angering people because they're like, I don't want that. And I've seen this in some of the groups. People are like, I don't want TikTok and Facebook. Why are they doing this? Well, they're not going to change as far as Facebook. Okay. So that's what's going on with Facebook. So you're going to see more suggested posts in your feed from the AI. And Zuck says it's going to be 30% next year. Right now it's 15%. Now it's 30%. Now, let's take that over to Instagram because that ties into Instagram. So Instagram, the CEO, what is his name? Adam Mosseri. He got on a video and said, there's going, and they've said it before that Instagram, the feed is going to look like TikTok, completely videos. He said you can still post a photo, but we're focusing on video. So when he put that video out, a couple of people went, crazy on online, said they don't want that. They got the Kardashians involved. I think the Kardashians put up a post or said something. Okay, here it is. I said they're saying Kylie Jenner and Kim Kardashian posted memes asking the company to make Instagram again. So that kind of got the wave of everybody saying, okay, we don't like it, put it back. So what did Instagram do? They rolled it back for now.
What was the change? What was the change they were trying to do?
Everything is a real video.
Everything is real.
Like TikTok. Everything is reels in TikTok. And also remember that you don't have a video tab anymore. All your videos go together in one tab, whether it's a reel or a video. Because remember, all video, I think it was all videos under a minute.
Automatically became a reel.
Right. Automatically became a reel. Was it a minute or I forgot what the limit was.
Yeah, I think it's 60 seconds. Yeah.
Okay. So
sorry.
Go ahead.
Well, my question with this whole, Kardashian Jenner thing is why they are the gold standard for when things need to change. I remember very well when Kylie Jenner said that she was over Snapchat and the effect that had. And I do understand that it's people on this, and if people follow them, they will follow them into a bowl of hot magma and
follow them over a cliff.
Exactly, and that would, and there's nothing anybody could do about it. But it's sad that, because I'm sure other people were feeling the same way about these changes.
Right.
But it's sad that it took that for them to really look at. And be for sure, yeah, they have large followings, but they're not the only followings on Instagram/Facebook. So it's sad that it took that for changes to be made. I
agree with you, but you remember that this Kardashian, Jenner, they're the biggest influencers online. They're the biggest influencers. So when they speak, it kind of like, okay. And this just again shows the power of how they're speaking, because I remember the Snapchat thing when Snapchat changed their app and Kylie Jenner said something and everybody went, crazy over it, because it's like she's got a microphone and she stepped up to it and said, make Instagram again. It just goes to the power of them as celebrity influencers, how celebrity influences our culture, a certain part of it. Not the adults, but Gen Z.
Right.
So this is why I talk about generational things a lot, because Gen Z drives the culture right now. It always has. The youngest generation has always driven the culture. You go back to the 60s and that generation when all that stuff was going on, that drove the culture at the time. And the older folks was like, well, what are they talking about? What, peace, love, they didn't care about it. So roll it to now. Gen Z is saying all of these things and we're saying like, what are they talking about? So the biggest microphone is the Kardashian microphone, unfortunately. So, and this just shows their power because they got Instagram to change it for now.
Well, if these are your major contributors, don't you think it would make sense to run it by them first?
What do you mean?
Run it by the Jenners, the Kardashians before you make the change.
But see, okay, Instagram is Meta is a business. We're not going to run our business by a couple of celebrity influencers.
Evidently, you are. If you're changing it back,
no. This is because of an outcry, and then
the pushback.
That's why I mentioned the Zuck thing. They don't want to rock the boat too hard, so they can. Meta has a bunch of money, so they can sit back and wait, let this die down, and then what they're going to do is they're going to implement it again, but they're not going to tell you. They're not going to tell you. It's just going to be there because they've already told you. If I already told you in July, and I said, okay, because y'all not ready, we're going to slow it down. So by December, I'm going to roll it out and I'm going to say anything because I already said something in July. They can do that because they've already said what they're going to do. Zuckerberg is telling you it's going to happen.
Oh, I guarantee you it's staying the way it was. Watch. You still can put a picture up there. They're just not going to push it.
Right.
You like they did the video.
Right. Nobody and Adam Mosseri came on video and said you can still put pictures.
Go ahead, Dr. Tachi.
Right.
I was about to ask if you all saw Adam Mosseri's message. He does weekly messages about changes and what's happening at Instagram. So I want to ask if you all saw that.
I saw it. I have it. I'm gonna pull it up. So y'all go ahead for a second. I'm gonna pull it up because I was gonna pull it up so we can see it. But if you're not following Adam Mosseri, follow him because if you want to know what Instagram is going to do, he will tell it before they do it.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So this whole thing is they're gonna do what they want even now, even though they told the Kardashians that they gonna roll it back. They still gonna do what they want. They're
the Kardashians are. I can't say they don't own stock in Facebook or whatever, but they're not major stockholders where they can make the decisions and say things. They don't own any of it. Guess what? None of us do. So as much as we gripe about these things, these platforms can do whatever they see fit, and we have nothing to say about it. We can march on Washington all we like about it. We can get up in arms, and when something really seriously affects us, where you see inequity, say something. But for the most part, remember, these are private companies that are offering you a, quote, free service. So unless you're willing to pay for a service or start your own, I don't want to say there's very little you can do. You can always be vocal about what you don't like, but remember, you don't own it.
Right.
So you really have nothing to say.
Right. Okay, I have the video.
So let me
restart.
And the idea.
Let me restart. Oh, look at the sound.
Right now, we're experimenting with a number of different changes to the app. And so we're hearing a lot of concerns from all of you. So I wanted to take a few moments and clarify a few things. One is, if you're seeing a new full screen version of a feed, or you're hearing about it, know that that is a test. It's a test to a few percentage of people out there. And the idea is that a more full screen experience, not only for videos, but for photos, might be a more fun, engaging experience. But I also want to be clear, it's not yet good. And we're going to have to get it to a good place if we're going to ship it to the rest of the Instagram community. The second thing I'm hearing a lot of concerns about right now are photos and how we're shifting to video. Now, I want to be clear. We're going to continue to support photos. It's part of our heritage. I love photos. I know a lot of you out there love photos too. That said, I need to be honest. I do believe that more and more of Instagram is going to become video over time. We see this even if we change nothing. We see this even if you just look at chronological feed. If you look at what people share on Instagram, that's shifting more and more to videos over time. If you look at what people like and consume and view on Instagram, that's also shifting more and more to video over time, even when we stop changing anything. So we're going to have to lean into that shift while continuing to support photos. The third thing I want to talk about is recommendations. Recommendations are posts in your feed from accounts that you do not follow. The idea is to help you discover new and interesting things on Instagram that you might not know even exist. Now, if you're seeing things in your feed that are recommendations that you're not interested in, that means that we're doing a bad job ranking and we need to improve. And you can X out a recommendation. You can even snooze all recommendations for up to a month or go to your following feed. But we're going to continue to try and get better at recommendations because we think it's one of the most effective and important ways to help creators reach more people. We want to do our best by creators, particularly small creators, and we see recommendations as one of the best ways to help them reach a new audience and grow their following. Now, this is a lot of change all at once, but know that a number of things about Instagram are going to stay the same. We're going to stay committed to creators more broadly. We're going to stay committed to supporting photos. We're going to stay in a place where we try and put your friends' content at the top of feed and the front of stories whenever possible. But we're also going to need to evolve because the world is changing quickly and we're going to have to change along with it. So please let me know what you think down in the comments and know that I'm going to continue to be here explaining our changes as we come up with them, the reasoning behind them, and give you the latest updates about what's going on Instagram. I'll see you soon. Peace.
Okay, so he said a lot there, but what I got is that they're going to do what they're going to do. One, because they run Instagram and they make the rules. Zuckerberg has said what he said earlier this week, and they're going to do what they're going to do. And we don't pay, this is not Twitter Blue where you pay for Twitter Blue and then you can tell Twitter, well, I don't like this, that, and the other. And like, well, okay, you're a paying customer. I got to listen to you. So Instagram doesn't have to listen to anybody, but they're doing it because of the backlash from the biggest celebrity influencers out there, the Kardashians. So they were like, whoa, okay, we're going to roll it back since y'all are upset and we're going to rework it. But it's coming again. And the next time he's not going to make a video. It's just going to come out.
Here's my take. They're going to do what they're doing right now and just let you think that your stuff is still going to be seen the way you think you're going to see it.
Right.
Exactly. They're not going to say Pim, and they are just going to let us believe that they rolled stuff back. And they're like, yeah, take that, Instagram. We won. No, we didn't, because they're going to keep doing what they're doing. I love how we believe in the democracy of social media. That's nice.
And see, the thing is, it's a test. It was a test. So they tested it. People got upset, and they took it back. They're going to rework it in the lab and they're going to put it back out. And they're not going to say anything. You're just going to go to Instagram and see a bunch of reels.
That's right. All. And that's what we see right now. Now, the one thing I did like was the recommendations is kind of like the Blab thing, where they are recommending other creators to you.
Right.
That might be a thing because there has not been discoverability since Blab.
Right. Discoverability. And that's why I said, when we talked about Facebook making the feed changes a few weeks ago, I said, this is good for us, for business owners, because you're getting discoverability. The backlash is that Facebook and Instagram are not used to seeing people that they didn't authorize to follow them. That's what the issue is. Facebook was friends and family only, a little tight little circle. You felt safe. And now Zuckerberg is throwing people that you don't know from Adam in there, and you're getting upset. So that's why they're pulling it back, and they're going to push it back out. and they're not going to tell you, because this was a test. What's the definition of a test? Put it out there and see how they react. So they got the reaction, pulled it back. Now they're going to rework it, and then they're going to slowly put it in where you don't see it.
Did they really pull it back?
And is that sneaky?
No.
Kinda. Well,
it's
yeah,
their stuff.
Right. But see, that's what I'm saying. You don't pay for Facebook. You don't pay for Instagram. So they get to do whatever you want because you signed the terms of service when you got your account. And this is what's happening. That's why I always talk about own media. If you don't like any of this, start your own website. Because you can make a website in WordPress and turn it into an app. And it could go in the app store.
Correct.
You can make your own app.
But we don't want to do that work and hire the developer.
Oh, no. There's SaaS, which is software as a service, that will take a WordPress website and turn it into an app without coding, without none of that. And they even help you with the process of getting, because you have to create a Apple developer account. You have to, I think it's like $90 a year or something. You have to, I don't know what the fee is, but you have to pay a Apple developer fee to get your app into the App Store. They even help you with that. So you don't even have to go look for a coder. There's a lot of that because there's a lot of AI software out now that will help you write copy, that will help you write social media posts, write blog posts, all those things. Those are things that are coming to help us. The bot, that's the good side of a bot.
Good side of the bots.
Right. But you still have to tweak it though for human reading. But it's like, okay, an artist starting with a blank canvas. You don't have to do that anymore because you stare at the blank canvas or the blank page writing a book. You like, what do I do? The AI comes in and says, oh, type in a keyword. And you type in the keyword and they give you all of this stuff. And you're like, oh, I can use that sentence, rework it. I can use that paragraph, rework it, put it together, and I'm done.
Yep.
That's what's coming. There's a lot of it out now already. And it's going to be integrated into social media where you go, well, okay, I need to make a post. What do I do? Put in a keyword, type in a word. And they generate all of these ideas for you. And you pick the one you want, put your little video up, and you're done. That's what's coming. But right now, you either have to deal with what Facebook and Instagram gives you, or you don't.
Just saying, some people are going to be lazy. I don't want to do the work that's involved.
Right. And see, it's Meta. This is because Meta knows that friends and family circle doesn't work anymore. Remember that friends and family? Who was that cell phone telephone company that had the friends and family circle thing years ago, and it never worked out because, okay, so now Facebook is like, we want to be like TikTok. We got to get them off the friends and family and open up that gate and let people they don't know in, which is, business owners or, nonprofits or whoever that they would never be exposed to. Like Fran said, the discoverability of it. That's the factor that's there.
But the problem with, if you're talking about Facebook specifically, the problem with that is when we talk about personal profile pages, those are, well, for the most part, I think many people have them where you have to request friendship. They don't leave them open just because of all the stupidness that can come with that. So because of that, that really makes it there's gatekeeping going on in terms of who gets in. And the average person probably also doesn't have like a page, a business page. They only have their personal profile page. So I think that's where the uphill battle is for Facebook with it. The way you set it up initially was in such a way that unlike Instagram, where you can have it private, but if you have it open, it's different. So you were founded on friends and family. You focused on that for a while, and now you're trying to do something different. And it's going to be difficult for you to do that, especially since many people have lost trust. I'll be honest. I know Instagram is Facebook, so I do use Instagram, but I don't use Facebook as much for myself, more so for clients.
Right.
it for broadcasting, and that's basically it. But as far as like a whole bunch of energy and effort put into it, not as much, because
Right.
I'm finding audiences are in other places.
Right.
So,
But see, this is the deal why I said weeks ago that this is going to be good for you if you're a business, or you're a coach, or you sell products or services. It's because you're going to be seen without being in the friends and family circle, because they're going to put it in the feed. They're going to put a post in the feed, and then if you like it, or they're going to have little things to go with that. But remember, also, Facebook is letting you have up to 5 profiles off of your account.
Right.
Because now you're the person, and then you can create 4 more profiles. I think we talked about that, and we were saying why. This is why. Because you as the person profile, you may talk, like we said about friend, if she wants to talk about real estate and make real estate posts and video, she'll make another profile for that, because friends and family may not want to see her post about real estate. So she could have 2 as her, interact with friends and family, the other one, friend, the real estate agent, the realtor, posting about houses and this and that, without the 2, getting angry at each other, so to speak. So that's how they're getting around it. And they're showing it in your feed. You're not connected to that person. It's just a suggestion. Because right now on Instagram, it says, you like posts by this person. Here's another post by another person that's similar you may like.
Right.
That's how they're doing it. They're putting it in your feed. You're not connected to the profile. They're putting it in the feed when you go to Facebook. And again, Facebook is going to be good for businesses, whether you have a business page or not, because now you can do the profile thing that we just talked about. So they're doing a lot of offshoots of how to get posts in front of more people, and you don't have to be a friend or family. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and I think they did that for the advertisers to get them to circumvent that whole being blocked out.
And I agree with Dr. Tachi. I don't use it personally a lot, but I love the business tools of it. It's still there, and now they're making it where you don't have to have a business page. You could just make another profile. Because right now I have 2 profiles. I don't know how I got it. I think I had one page set up as a creator page or something. Remember when that came out a few years ago? You could make a creator page.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember that. They took my creator page and turned it into a profile.
And they did that for one of my pages too. And then, Gary, I don't know how I'm your profile, but I was like, okay.
Yeah. So I was like, how did I get 2 profiles? And it's actually a Facebook profile. So they took my creator page, which I wasn't doing anything with, and they turned it into a profile that I could switch between. So
it's fun.
Things are changing. That's what Adam said in the video. He said things are changing, and you along with the ride. And if you don't want to ride, then you can get off of it. But I'm saying, as business, if you want to do business practices, Facebook is still the place to be without running the ad. And this is saying that that's what they're going to do. I know people aren't happy with it, but those are the people that use it, personally. And I never have. I go in and, like I tell you, I see all of these happy birthday to my sister in heaven and I get out. Because I'm like, I'm not there for that.
Because that's not,
I use the Meta suite. So, but that's what's going on with Facebook and Instagram. And if any more things, then that's the end of the update for this week.
Wow. Doctor.
A lot to chew on, right?
A lot to chew on. I went in there, tried to play with Facebook to figure out my profiles, and I'm like, okay, I need to come back to this because I'm confused.
Right. I was trying to figure out how I got 2 profiles, and that's how I came about it. I don't remember how I made the creator page. I was trying to figure out, but we'll see.
Mm-hmm. Dr. Tachi, you are up.
Oh, wow. I was enjoying the tech part so much, I didn't even realize. It's time. Well, so we're going to talk about some stories. I did not talk about stories at all Wednesday because it was the 7th anniversary celebration. And actually today is the actual 7th anniversary of Mediascope.
Hey, congratulations! Woo! 7 years.
7
Yes.
years.
Congratulations. I
Do we
saw
have
that.
some congratulation music over here?
I'll take it.
I'm looking at StreamYard. Don't we have some music or something?
I don't know. We probably do.
Under the brand, perhaps.
But we have.
Trying to see.
Oh,
I
there it
don't see
is.
anything.
There's dance pop. There's daydreaming. What are we doing?
Okay.
Okay. It's just.
Let Terry go for the music.
Hey!
That's why we let Terry be the DJ.
Exactly. Celebratory and royalty free. That's what we like. So
That was the best we could do with what we had, Tosh. Sorry.
That's all we got.
well, I said this to say that we didn't really talk about any stories on Wednesday. Was great though. We didn't really talk about stories. We gave a lot of value and had a good time actually. And so I do have some stories that are brand new. And I probably will do a brief kind of Mediascope tonight since I didn't get to talk about stories. Maybe at 5 on Instagram. So we'll see. But let's get to it. Now, this is really sad. We have some rest wells. I'm sure you all remember the show Leave It to Beaver.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Maybe even many of us were not alive during the Leave It to Beaver days, but if you were, you may have been very little. But Tony Dow, who played Wally on Leave It to Beaver, has passed away at the age of 77. And that's actually relatively young. I thought he was older than that, but he's been in hospice care and announced in May that he was diagnosed with prostate and gallbladder cancer. And this news came a day after the fact. They had mistakenly said that he had passed away on the Facebook page. Then they recanted that and actually then came back. So he has passed away at the age of 77, and again you'll know him from Leave It to Beaver. And then there was a kind of like a reboot of Leave It to Beaver that came in the 80s. So he was in that as well and has appeared in many other things. So rest well to Tony Dow. And we also have another one. I don't know if you all may remember Mary Alice. She was an Emmy and Tony winner, and she was in A Different World on the television show. She played the dorm mother.
Yes.
A couple of scenes, right. Well, she has passed away. She was in A Different World and I'll Fly Away. Passed away on July 27th in New York, and apparently she died of natural causes. I don't know how old she was because the article, according to TV Line, it's not saying how old she was, but she began her career in the 70s with roles on Policewoman, Sanford and Son as Fred's little sister, St. Francis, Good Times, The Doctors, and The Women of Brewster Place. And then she joined A Different World in 1988 as Letty Bostick, who became the new resident director at Gilbert Hall. In 1992, she joined the class of the NBC period drama I'll Fly Away with a recurring role. And she's also been in Law and Order, Cosby, Touched by an Angel, Oz, and most recently, the Kojak reboot, which was led by Ving Rhames in 2005. So we will miss you. She has done great work. Rest well, my dear.
And I believe she was also in The Matrix.
Yes. You are correct. Also, in the big screen, Sparkle, Awakenings, Malcolm X, The Matrix Revolutions, and Sunshine State. And The Matrix Revolutions, she played the Oracle. Very fitting role for her.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Well, rest well. You will be missed. All right. Let's talk about some Hulu Wahala.
Uh-oh.
Yes. So if you remember, They made headlines this week because they rejected ads on gun control and abortion from the Democratic Senatorial Campaign Committee, the Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee, and the Democratic Governors Association. So the same ads that for many of them had been playing in places like Facebook, etc., Hulu rejected. Now, you know, Hulu was owned by Disney. So Wednesday, Disney announced, and of course there was backlash to that. So Disney announced on Wednesday that they would accept political advertising after all. Isn't that coincidental? So they say, after a thorough review of ad policies across its linear networks and streaming platforms over the last few months, Disney is now aligning Hulu's political advertising policies to be consistent with the company's general entertainment and sports cable networks, ESPN Plus. They said to this week. Hulu will now accept candidate and issue advertisements covering a wide spectrum of policy positions, but reserves the right to request edits or alternative creative in alignment with industry standards. So on July 15th, they attempted to buy these ads. They had identical placements on ABC affiliate in Philadelphia, and ESPN, but they did not run on Hulu, and they were told for content-related issues. They're like, well, what content? Mm-hmm. So this made news, and of course, there was going around hashtag boycott Hulu on social media. The moment you talk about hitting somebody's bottom line, boy, do they flip straight up and fly right. So that's what happened. This is this is a politics season, election season coming up. There are a lot of different races that are happening, even here in Florida. I don't know what date it is. I need to check because I'm just, so elections are coming up all over the country. They've happened in other parts of the country. So this is going to start to be a larger and larger issue and thing to watch for. Media has to be very careful because you need to, if you're going to be honest and open media, free and fair, you're really supposed to either have to avoid political ads if you're not going to do them at all, not do them at all, or B, give equal opportunity to different types of truthful advertisement, regardless of political affiliation, etc. And that sometimes is a hard thing, and you have to do that so you are not seen as leaning one way or the other, if that makes any sense. You have to give that. So as long as the advertisements are truthful, you're fact checked, and it's true, then all right, let's go ahead with that. So it's a slippery slope for media outlets, and it will be interesting to see how they proceed in this election season with those. But Hulu has backtracked. Disney has backtracked and said, "No, we were just kidding. You can come. You can come. You can provide the teacups." Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was thinking about the teacups. Not my favorite ride.
I haven't even been to Disney. I've been Disney adjacent several times because I've been to Orlando a bunch of times, but never gone to Disney. So I'll take your word for it. Okay, if there's no other comments, let's talk Chris Cuomo. I thought he went away, so did we. Know he's back
too.
Chris Cuomo is back. He is going to join News Nation's primetime lineup in the fall. You see, look, this is why it feels like there's no justice. I'm not saying he did anything wrong necessarily. There were some questionable things that he did as a journalist that he should not have been involved in. And then, of course, he got fired from CNN, right? Or let go from CNN, mutually parted ways. But people never get punished for things in this country. And I'm not saying he should have been put. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is it feels like you can do all sorts of things and you will just pop up with another show on another network someplace else. So Nexstar's media-owned cable news channel network announced Tuesday that Chris Cuomo will be joining the primetime lineup this fall as the host of his own show. Not a co-host, his own show. So he actually appeared on Dan Abrams' live on News Nation to discuss his new role. So, as you know, he has 2 decades of experience in investigative journalism and television news. He's interviewed presidents and world leaders, reported from war zones, etc. And this is what Sean Compton, who is Nexstar Media's president of network, says. News Nation has earned high praise from multiple media watchdog groups by remaining true to its mission to bring viewers the fact-based news that impacts their lives without opinion or bias. Chris joins our growing team of seasoned award-winning journalists and will further our efforts to continue to ensure fairness and transparency in our news reporting and talk shows. This is what Cuomo said. News Nation believes in the work I am doing with the Chris Cuomo Project, and I look forward to building something special there, covering news wherever it happens, and having conversations that cater to common concerns and solutions rather than political parties or the political circus. Thoughts? What say you all?
Yeah, that part right.
I like my heroes clean. I just this comeback stuff. It's like just go over there and sit in the corner for a while. We'll get back to you, and we'll just your allowance will be restored, and all will be forgiven. It's just like, so what was the point? Just skip me with all of that if you're not going to do it right.
I agree. Again, it seems like there are no repercussions when something is done wrong. Now, this doesn't mean that you cannot redeem yourself when you do something wrong. We are, after all, humans, although you're expected to be less human when you are a notable person, a person of notoriety of some sort. You are expected to be almost perfect, and we put you on a pedestal as such, when in reality you're not. You're a human. You make mistakes. I think that if you show recourse, and again, he's fallen off the radar, out of sight, out of mind. So I don't know what the Chris Cuomo Project is. I don't know what he's been doing to redeem himself. But it seems like a very short period that you've been able to now redeem yourself and come back to television. I don't know. Who am I?
Okay, but then somebody has to watch that too, because I don't even know who that network is.
So is he's on a network, or is he starting like his own thing, like his own network? He's on another network, just not CNN?
No. Yes, he's on Nexstar Media.
Okay.
As, it's their News Nation cable news network.
Okay.
So
okay.
It's there. So he's on News Nation.
Okay.
And he will have his own show come the fall.
Well, so, if he has a fan base still, they'll watch.
Yeah.
They'll follow him because I don't know the network. I'm like, okay.
There's lots of little political networks, like a whole bunch of them I discovered. I was like, where are these little networks popping up from? So there's a bunch of them political stuff.
Absolutely. They're all over the place.
Yeah.
So, it's... If you scroll to the bottom of Sling, and you'll find a whole bunch of them.
Well,
okay.
So from the top, which is CNN, I mean, so.
Well, if you consider CNN to be the top.
But not the top. I mean, like, I'm talking about
they're
the
more
other networks.
Known.
Yeah, well known. Not like the other little politic networks that are popping up.
Right, exactly. That are very have particular political leanings, definitely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, it's again, there seems to be no repercussions, and I'm not saying that there necessarily need to be, but here's the thing: but you were 100% right when you said, if he has a fan base, they will follow. Yes. Joe Rogan, with all the wahala that happened at Spotify and the $200 million that he's getting paid and everything, if Spotify said, you know what, there are too many people boycotting us, it's not worth it, Joe, let's just pay you out this $200 million, bye-bye. there would be another network waiting to snap him up because he would still have followers. He would still have a fan base, regardless of where you're. So, I mean, this is a testament to the fact that it's not about good and bad. It's not about the platform. It's about the people. If you cultivate your fan base and you have a community, it doesn't matter where you are, they will follow you. Especially if you have a way to keep in touch with them, they will follow you. So this is the biggest reason for even us, as someone that is not a Joe Rogan or someone that is not on CNN, to go ahead and cultivate your fan base. Have a mailing list, have a text list, have your own app, have a way to rein in your community and stay with them, because then when you're no longer on XYZ, guess what? They can follow you over here. So this is the biggest testament to this, the fact that they already have a fan base, so they'll go where he goes.
Right.
Yep.
All right, off of that soapbox, let's continue because we don't have very much time left. But I was telling you all about the NFL streaming service.
Yeah, I remember that.
Mm-hmm. Yay, it's here for anybody who gives a damn. So NFL Plus has launched. It is the latest professional sports league expanding into the subscription streaming space. And it started on Monday. So beginning Monday, the National Football League rolled out their NFL Plus, which features live out-of-market preseason games, live local and primetime regular games, and postseason games only on mobile and tablet, as well as live and national audio, on-demand access to NFL Network shows, and NFL Films archives. This is what NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell says in a statement. Today marks an important day in the history of the National Football League, with the launch of NFL Plus. The passionate and dedicated football fans are the lifeblood of the NFL, glad you know that, and being able to reach and interact with them across multiple platforms is incredibly important to us. We look forward to continuing to grow NFL Plus and deepening our relationship with fans across all ages and demographics, providing them access to a tremendous amount of NFL content. Well, they said they were threatening to do it. They said they were going to do it, and now it's here. So if you are interested, NFL Plus has launched. So you can go ahead, and I don't remember what the subscription fee is. Oh, yes, here it is. So NFL Plus, the premium tier, is $9.99, call it $10 a month, or $79.99, call it $80 per year. So if you're interested in that, you can do NFL Premium for that. But the lower tier, NFL Plus, will be available as part of the NFL app, and it's $4.99 per month or $39.99 per year. So if you're a big enough football fan, maybe this is for you. I don't have to reiterate how I don't care about football, so this is not for me. I'm not their audience. But if this is you, check it out.
Actually, those rates are good, because for the NBA, it's a lot higher.
Yes.
Is it?
Yes. Absolutely.
The NBA is a whole lot more money than I was like, what, $80 a year? That ain't bad.
No, and the thing is, these are niche NBA, NFL. If I'm not mistaken, I think NHL has that too. Right. Most of the major sports have this. If you are a diehard fan, these are niche audiences. So you're really going to be able to, and what I don't know is if these platforms also have advertising. I would think they may have tiers with. Okay, so think about the types of things you're able to advertise on such a niche audience. What? How many Hungry Man dinners can you sell at these? I'm just saying, this is gold for advertising. It really is. So this is actually something to watch. So even though I'm not their audience, the model is brilliant. It's something to watch. It's niche. These are people that are going to be diehard, because the people who will subscribe are diehard fans of these sports. So yes. NFL Plus.
And the other thing is, just like you said about the community just a few minutes ago, the community can gather there and see. Linear television is no longer where the ratings were dropping like for Sunday night, Monday night football, Thursday night, not to say that they won't have them, but when you can get it in the palm of your hand and not have to be beholden to sitting in front of the TV, it makes it all the more interesting.
Absolutely. Years ago, I've been going to like these industry conferences like NATP and NAB for years. So NATP I started going to in 2009. So I've been going to these things for years. And I remember at the very beginning of all of this type of stuff before streaming really became a thing. There was this whole concept of TV everywhere, right? That was the buzzword at every industry conference. Soon we're looking at the concept of TV everywhere, being able to take this in the palm of your hand, and it's here, right? It's here. So we've been talking about this for a long time, but it takes a while for everybody to get on board. Hence why the NFL is just coming on board now. I mean, sometimes these industries don't see how media is a part, or new media can be a part of what they do. And I'm saying this to every industry. You better start looking not only at over the top, not only at digital, you need to start looking in the metaverse too. That is your forte as well. NFL, I'm talking to you too. So
right.
Absolutely. Let's keep going. If there are no other comments, because I know I want to get this all in, let's talk Roku and ads. Yeah. Speaking of ads, Roku drew in a record $1 billion in ad commitments during the upfront. $1 billion in ad commitments. So they said that they have secured more than $1 billion in commitments from advertisers during the upfront market. And let me remind you, the upfronts are when all the shows come together in Hollywood or whatever. They do it in different places around the country and show what shows are coming up for the next season. And that's where advertisers decide we want to advertise next year programming. So basically it is like, a market for advertisers. So Roku, which is the newbie on the block, the Roku channel, 1 billion in commitments. That is huge. That is huge. So more consumers are, and this is because more consumers are cutting the cord and they're shifting to streaming. And so they have positioned themselves as an alternative to traditional TV. And this is the big thing. And advertisers know this, which is probably why they were able to secure so much in advertising. Roku said that their negotiation happened concurrently with the broadcast networks. So this signals a strategic shift to TV streaming for brands. Something for us to remember, okay? Those of us that are doing all of these things, most of us are streaming and doing things now. This is something that's important to remember. Never mind that this is Roku, that also has implications for smaller brands as well if advertisers are shifting more and more dollars to streaming. Think about that. They say we continue to take ad dollar share away from traditional TV. And they said this in their second quarter earnings call. Most traditional media companies reported that their upfront results were down a little bit. So, but the streaming networks, the ones that were streaming, reported a boost. So, something for us to think about. Good for you, Roku. Yay. And let me see. One more story. For those of you that are Jeopardy fans, Jeopardy is launching a weekly podcast hosted by the series producers. It's going to be called Inside Jeopardy, and it will debut next month in August. It is a new official podcast that will give you behind-the-scenes access to the making of the beloved quiz show. So executive producer Michael Davies announced this initiative on the Sony show site, and is including the podcast news and scheduled plans for 2 new permanent hosts, Mayim Bialik. I always say her name right. It's Mayim Bialik and Ken Jennings. So if you know, they have been splitting the hosting duties for quite some time now. So they are going to be the 2 new permanent hosts. It will be weekly starting Monday, this coming Monday, August 1st. It's going to be hosted by the Jeopardy producers, as I said. And so if you are on Monday's podcast, they're going to announce all of the contestants who will be returning for a second chance to become Jeopardy champion. And so they're also going to do a daily 3-minute recap of the day's Jeopardy on their website, social media, and partner affiliates called Jeopardy Highlights. So if you are a fan of Jeopardy, like people are fans of the NFL, this podcast may be for you. It will be on all major podcasting platforms. And that's what I have for you, my friends, this day in media.
Thank
or
you.
Today in media. Yeah.
Wow. So much. We got a lot going on. And that's why we suggest that you find your tribe, find your community, jump in with them, and just so that you're keeping up with your community. All right. Today is Friday, July 29th, which means next Monday, as Dr. Tachi mentioned, is First Monday. And so on our First Monday event, we would like to showcase you. So if you'll join us on First Monday, right here for Coffee, Tea, Thoughts, and Conversations, it will be actually our First Monday networking event at 8 a.m. And come with your bag to tell us a little bit about who you are, what you do, how you help, how you serve. We want to promote your business, and you'll get an opportunity to do that. If you're interested, we will send you a link. Just drop us something in our message over on Messenger, or put something on any of the different places that you follow us, and we will get you on the program. Whether that's coming on live in a seat on StreamYard or here in Clubhouse. We really want to promote what it is that you're doing. Terry, anything else? Oh, you want to become a part of BizChicks?
Yes. If you'd like to become a part of BizChicks, simply text biz to 33777. Also, you can join. Find our community through going to bizchicks.net, and you'll find at both locations it'll lead you to Heartbeat, where you can sign up and tell us more about you so that we can help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and take the hassle out of your hustle. We look forward to seeing you at First Mondays. I want to thank everybody for taking their time out to spend time with us today. Thank you so much, Dr. Tachi, and everyone in the clubhouse. Thank you so much, TJ, for coming in all the way from New York City. And we thank you again, Francine, for taking the time out from your busy schedule to come in and give us some information about how to do business better. With that, we love you all, and we'll see you soon. And remember, it's okay to make money in your business. So go to the front of your own line. Have a great day. Bye-bye, everyone.